Hey, family! Excited to have the family reunion in just a few weeks. Excited to see all you guys. So I'm sending this video out so you're in the loop, because I've been told people are not in the loop. So if you want to be in the loop, watch this video. So here's what's going down. I'm going to tell you, I got a little agenda here, really high tech. You know, I wrote it on the back of this piece of junk paper. I'm going to go over the agenda and tell you everything that you need to know to get ready for this family reunion. So listen up. First, we're gonna go over the schedule. Then we're gonna talk about food assignments. We're gonna explain this whole t-shirt debacle fiasco awesomeness, because it is gonna turn out awesome. And then we're gonna talk about how we're gonna wrap things up at the end of the family reunion. So first off, the schedule. So thing you need to know, we're gonna be staying at an awesome resort. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for hooking us all up, but it comes at a price, a small price. So it's gonna be, I think, about 18 bucks per adult per night or something like that. Emily has the exact numbers, but pretty much Mom and Dad are using their points to hook us all up with a super cheap rate. Rachel and I went to a third world country, to Thailand, and it was more expensive to stay there than it is to stay at this place, and this place is way nicer. So pretty much we're getting hooked up with a sweet deal through Mom and Dad, so make sure you tell them thank you. And we're only going to be paying for the cleaning fees pretty much, so know that you're getting hooked up. That's all I'm saying. And so the price per person for the entire family reunion is still unknown because Emily hasn't purchased all the food yet. We're gonna give you a ballpark number soon of how much it will cost, but it's gonna be broken down into a few areas. So first, we're gonna have the cost for the amenities staying somewhere. Then there's gonna be the cost, I'll do a little, there we go. Then the cost of the t-shirt, which is gonna be around a little less than 10 bucks. And then, which I think is a screaming deal, because we looked online and it was gonna be like $15, but then Mom hooked us up with someone else that's cheaper, so thank you, Mom, for that. And then the third item is gonna be the food. So amenities, staying place, t-shirt, and food. And there could be some other little hidden costs in there that we'll let you know about, but pretty much that number's coming to you. So there you go. All right, now it's time for the schedule, wow! We're gonna be able to check into the resort at 4 o'clock on Monday, no earlier than 4 o'clock. So be ready for that. Then we're gonna start having fun and partying from there. So day one's really getting in. We're gonna have a little pool party, a little barbecue. So bring a swimsuit. And then day number 2, we're gonna be spending a lot of time indoors because it's gonna be blazing hot out there in St. George in the middle of the summer. And we're gonna go to a church building, and we're doing a lot of indoor sports, a lot of board games. So on that second day, make sure you bring some athletic attire so you can run around and bring the heat, have some fun with us. And you also need to bring your board games or whatever games you want to play in addition to that, because we're gonna have, an athletic portion and then also kind of a sit down, chat, hang out portion. So bring games for that. And all of us have little kids. Fortunately, there's a bajillion rooms where we can put kids to sleep. So you need to be able to put your kid to sleep. So make plans on how you want to do that. You need to have a pack and play, you need a bouncer chair, you need a white noise machine, you need a monitor, baby monitor. You need to bring all those things with you so that you can set up a situation for your kids so that they can get the rest they need, because happy kids make for a fun time, and we're gonna be going pedal to the metal the whole time, right? Having a lot of fun. And so these kids need that, so be prepared to bring that. Second, so that's pretty much day number 1, hanging out the church, all that stuff. Day number 2, we're gonna be doing a little more watery things. So we're gonna be playing at the pool in the morning, and then after playing out in the pool, we're gonna go and visit some of the splash pads and museum in the downtown St. George area. The cool thing about St. George is it's very much built around families. There's a ton of big families there. So they have an amazing kids museum, an amazing splash pad, and we're gonna take all the kids down there, and they're gonna love it. So bring a swimsuit, bring that type of stuff. And we're also in the morning gonna be doing some ultimate frisbee before it gets too hot. So sports gear for that too. All right, so then the last day when we all leave, we're gonna do some swimming in the morning, hopefully. I know lots of people like to swim, so we're gonna squeeze in swimming as much as possible. And we're gonna break out at the afternoon time, and everyone's free to go then. But there's also gonna be a hike planned at the very end. So if you are interested in going a little bit and staying a little bit longer, we are going to have a hike planned for that afternoon. And we're probably there's a few options I came up with. We could go up to Cedar City. There's some great hikes up there. The coolest one I found, it's like through a slot kind of canyon. You got to go through water. There's 2 waterfalls. You can slide down it. But the only caveat is it costs money. So if you're interested in going on that one, I would like to hear your vote. I'll send out a little link of all the options. So that's one. It sounds epic, awesome. But it's a little further north, so the people who are trying to go south, that will be a further drive when you have to go home. So that's one thing to consider. And then the monies, right now it's $12 a person, so that's kind of steep, I think, for us to go as a big family. But it looks really cool. The second option is just staying in St. George. There's this, I'm thinking how can we hike in the shade? Well, underground is shadow. So there's these lava tubes that seem to be pretty cool, cool looking, but also cooler to hike in. So we could go down into these lava tubes, and they are supposed to be family friendly. Russell, our cousin, he told me about doing that, and he said it was awesome. So little kids could go, and so we could go, skerplunking or whatever they call that, go through the lava tubes. So those are the 2 big options I'm looking at right now, or just some other hike up in Cedar City area that's free. I will include links to options, and then I'll have on this form that I want to send you, and then I'll also have a place where you can put in your ideas of where we could hike with links. And then if there's something better that comes up, I'll just text everybody hey, this one looks better, let's do that. So pretty much it's fluid right now. We need to decide soon though, because a lot of these require a reservation to get a group in. So if you're interested to go on the hike, I'm gonna send out that form. You're gonna say, yes, my family plans to attend. And then you're gonna tell me which one you think would be best. And then we'll tell you what everyone decided. So that's how the hike's gonna go. Get some feedback from everyone. Here's the other little caveat. Because it's happening later in the day on Thursday, that means driving back home for you, for whoever you are, wherever you are, might be a concern or a point of something you got to figure out. So you're gonna have to figure out if your family's gonna be, switching off drivers and driving all the way back home that night, which is, that's what you gotta do, that's what you do, or if you are planning on staying somewhere, you need to make accommodations for that. We're not gonna be having any accommodations officially at the resort for anyone who plans to do the hike. So it's on you if you need to find a place to stay that night and figure out where you're going. So that's all said. So that's the schedule in a nutshell. Now we're gonna talk about some food! Now to item number 2, food assignments. So here's what's gonna happen with food. We're gonna have delicious food that's simple to prepare. Everyone's gonna get at least 1 food assignment if you get 2, namely Spencer, Annette, and Michael. I think you're on a team together because you're older. You guys got 2 food assignments, but don't worry, it's like cold cereal both times. So you just show up and get a box of food out. But here's the deal. When you get a food assignment, with it comes the cleanup. 2 things. So you get a food assignment and a cleanup. And we're gonna send out a spreadsheet. Well, there's a spreadsheet that shows who has what food assignment to prepare, and that means you got to clean that one up too. So expect that coming to you. Know it's gonna be super easy meals like sandwiches, and we're getting pizza one night. It's just simple stuff but delicious stuff. So there you go with food assignments. Need I say more?
We're gonna make you all look so glamorous and talk about t-shirts now.
T-shirts. All right, so the theme that we came up with is power and positivity, seeing the good. So the t-shirt says see the good on it. Most of you saw the graphic, and the t-shirts are going to be awesome. Rachel and I, we appreciate you guys bearing with us as we went through multiple iterations of getting the right t-shirt to fit all of our glamorous bodies. Gotta look glamorous at these family reunions, So that's pretty much the whole thing about the t-shirt and the theme. We're gonna sprinkle in throughout these events that we're doing, a little bit about the theme, but it's not going to be exhaustive. Mostly we just want to spend time together, having fun together, because we don't get to do that very much, right? All right, and the last thing was supposed to be about the hike, but I kind of just ranted on that with the schedule. So really, that's pretty much everything. Yeah, now I will be using a different accent to explain this computing programming thing. Hello, now I'll be telling you about schedule. Schedule, very simple. Shows what we do each time. Yes. This is only thing I have to say about schedule.
Now I tell you about food. Food is happening every meal. You have the food for the breakfast, and the food for the lunch, and the food for the dinners. So you have a food. Food is just here. You know, when you are making the food, you also are cleaning up the food too. No confusion. No confusion. You make a food, you clean up the food. Hola, familia. I'm like thinking, you know, you need to know, like, when you feel that siesta coming on, like, you know what I mean, you like ate a humongo burrito and you feeling like that resting and digesting happening in your like inside you, you know. So like, yeah, you need to know, like, here are the peoples, here are the places, here are the sleeping things, and it's all here aquí for you. Alright, ciao amigos.
Yeah, dudes, what's up? This one is totally sick. It's the info, you know, and I just want you to know, like, you gotta know up front that this is an epic trip. So info to make it epic is here. Yeah. So listen here. We got to know how much green you got up front. You know, up front. So here's where you know the number for that. Yeah. When you're thinking about the inner workings of the mind, it is important to consider the board game. The board game is the ultimate manifestation of the inner working manipulations of the mind as they compete against opponents of multiple levels of varying intelligence. This is very important. We must have organization. You must not bring too many of these same games, or we will have pandemonium. Need I say more? Howdy! Y'all, we're gonna be talking about where the shindigs are going down. First, y'all need to know about where we're gonna hoot, scoot, and boogie. This has got all of the information right here on this little page for the addresses. So, if you wanna rustle up a good time, just take a look at where we're all heading, and let's do this thing. Yeehaw!
That's all, folks.